Hi everyone, I'm very excited to finally be filming this video. I'm now in Toronto, and this is where I really did consider or plan to start on this video and this project, so I'm very excited. Let me get straight into it without blabbering too much because I have tried to film this for like 3 times already. So what is this project that I've been talking about in my one of my Instagram posts, and yesterday I posted this Instagram video and I just said hee hee. That was my little sneak peek. But yeah, so what is the project? It's called Choosing Plus. So if you have seen on my Instagram bio, there is the word Choosing Plus at the bio. Yeah, but that's because I really wanted to start on this project, and the name of it is called Choosing Plus. And Choosing Plus basically has two meanings. First, plus means positivity, and second, the plus also signifies Christ. So basically, the name signifies a project, or more of like how my life, I want to shape it after making an active choice of choosing positivity and choosing Christ every single day of my life. And this project is going to be about my journey, or I think life is a never-ending journey, right? So basically a never-ending journey towards always choosing positivity and choosing Christ. So the next question I have planned out is, where did the name come from? So long story short, one day as I was feeling very motivated to get my shit together, I decided to create a blog. So that's what I kind of like to do. Every time I go through a mess and I clean up my room, I clean up my life, and I'm like, yes girl, I'm gonna get my shit together. I'm gonna commit myself to be who I really am meant to be. I will become someone who is like so good, so goes, organized, got her shit together, studies well, do well, blah 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 blah. And in one of those days I decided to create a blog. And knowing me, I actually don't like to write that much, so created the blog. Took really long to think of a name, which was Choosing Plus. Loved the name. Never wrote in the blog, but decided to use the name on my Instagram bio. So actually that's where the name came from. Very simple. I was just thinking of a blog name that signified me getting my shit together, and I thought of the name Choosing Plus. That was something that I think at least one good thing came out of the blog, which is that I found a little title that became kind of like a motto in my life, which is to choose plus, choose positivity, and to choose Christ. So yeah. Okay, so the next question would be, what is this project for? So if any of you are close to me, you know that my favorite YouTuber is actually Whaley. This thought came to me one day when I was hanging out with Ben, which is that I think during that time when we were hanging out, I haven't watched Whaley for like almost 2 years. She is still my favorite YouTuber, and I still catch up on her Instagram, but I just stopped watching vlogs, and everything I watched was just like Korean dramas. So I think during that season I was going through much more negativity and stress and just really relying on myself. And one day I just decided to go and watch her videos again, and it just reminded me of how much comfort and encouragement I felt and inspiration just from watching her vlog. It's nothing amazing, it's nothing like preaching like that, but just watching her share her everyday life, good and bad, that inspired me and that gave me a lot of comfort. And because of that, it just hit me that this is what I gotta do, this is what I have to do to share the good and bad, the struggles and the victories in my life, the pain, the processes, and that's what I want to be able to do for others. Yes. So what is it for? It's really just a platform for me to share my pain, my struggles, my joys, my victories, my failures, everything, for anybody who I think is in need. And hopefully this becomes a blessing in some ways, but it's definitely going to be something that blesses me already. So I really believe that God's going to do amazing things. Just waiting to see it, and I think at first it also started out as with an intention for me to just really just record down how I go through things, and I think at that point of time I saw the importance and value of, when you get upset, which is me, when I get negative, when I get emotional, I learned to catch myself. Mindfulness, that's a very important skill to have. So when you catch yourself falling and swirling down into negativity and sadness, it's very important to catch yourself and then take yourself out of that and look in a bigger picture, zoom out of it and feel better. But as much as I could do that, I think I was very happy that I could catch myself and not continue swirling down in sadness. But then I felt stuck. So I wasn't getting very upset, but I knew that there was no way I could feel happy. Like, I wasn't moving forward or backward, I just felt stuck in the middle. And so with that, I watched Whaley's video, and that was my way of being able to kind of move forward. And so this is, like I said, this is basically the main reason of what this platform is for, what this project is for anybody who was in the same page as me. You catch yourself, but you're stuck, and it's really a horrible feeling to be stuck, because you know you don't want to be upset, but you also don't want to be happy, so you're just like it's not nice. So this is basically what this project is for. Okay, if you notice, I switched my hands because it's very tiring. Okay, so the next question I have on my list of questions, so I can keep this video short and simple, is what made me choose to start on it. So like I shared just now, I basically first shared this kind of like idea in my head using the project title with Ben. And I think I remember telling him that day that when God just gave me a burden in my heart, and it was like a revelation to me, God really was pretty specific on how he wanted me to try and do this. It was really, like I said, about sharing all my things. And a very important thing to note for myself at that point was that this was no longer something that I wanted to do for the sake of glorifying myself, for the sake of fixing up a fake or false portrayal of my life, of who I am. I think in the past, when you all see me uploading like singing videos or vlogs, all I wanted to do was to show people like, I have a pretty nice life, I can be goals and whatever. But then with that, right, I couldn't commit because that's not true. And there were days that I just didn't like the way I sing. I didn't like my life. I didn't have nice things to do, and that's actually fine. But because of that, like, it's very easy for me to back out because I'm just not made for that lah. I mean, putting it out there, I'm just not that kind of person. I want to be. I mean, there's always a part of me that's superficial and like, oh, I want to do that, and it always looks so nice, but it's just not feasible or practical. So with that first revelation from God, was really about doing it for others. Encouraging others the same way really inspired me, encouraged me, and wanting to be there to really show people that being imperfect is completely normal. And I think also from just a number of people in my life, people that I care about, who constantly struggle, but many of the time just fail to see the fact that many others alike are also struggling. And a lot of times we look at others and we're like, damn, I wish I was like them. Wow, that person has their shit together. But I'm pretty sure no one really does feel like they got their shit together. And it's just something that God reminded me that, hey, this is how I can care for his people. This is how I can do my part in his kingdom. And I'm just taking a leap of faith and trying it out. And of course, I don't know if I said this yet, but I have been thinking about it, praying about it, and planning this entire thing. Of course, I can continue planning for the past 2 months. And I have received words of advice from leaders. I have shared these with some of my closest friends, and really thought through it, how I should do it, what I should do it, and why I am doing it. I think the why part is really important, getting the purpose right, the right intentions, so that but also receiving prophecies that that just aligned everything for me. Yeah, so I, with all the prophecies, the prayers that were made for me, I really did believe, and I really do believe that as I was continuing praying for this project, I felt an assurance and a peace from God that this is something that I can embark on. And definitely it's not just like a one-hit miracle, like, yeah man, I'm gonna carry you through. I don't think that's how it works. I'm really excited to start on this, but yet at the same time constantly commit and devote this entire thing to God. And yeah, hopefully it can become something that is useful to his kingdom. Yes. And yes, the final part, what will be on the channel. So the most important things will be random sharings. So as I said, sharing my victories, my struggles, my conquering, my failures, everything, revelations from God, how I feel overwhelmed, how I get over the overwhelming feelings, etc. So that's the main part of it. And yeah, and I actually had an inclination that this platform will be mainly to emphasize the importance of sisterhood, because I feel like a lot of the issues that I face, or a lot of the emotional thinking, blah blah blah, will largely happen to girls. But I mean, I'm not 100% decided on it, but yeah, sisterhood, Christ sisterhood. And then with each sharing, I will try to post something on the blog. I'm really not a writing person, but that's what I said I would do when I planning this, so I will do my best. And then basically I like screwed up the recording somewhere, so and the last part that I will try to include would be vlogs. Okay, wait, that's not the last part. Shit. Okay, so there's vlogs because right now I'm in Toronto, and yeah, I think at least for the Toronto part of like my life now, I do want to record down what I do here, my life here. So yes, I will do weekly vlogs. Some days daily, but mostly weekly, just because I don't think I can commit to like everyday daily, or like, yeah. So it will become spontaneous, more of weekly and sometimes daily depending on what I do. And then definitely lifestyle videos, because I have put on some Instagram posts, and some of my lovely friends and sisters, they really want to ask about my skincare and my hair care. So I will share some of those that I found here, because I think with a lot of free time in Toronto, I have a lot of time to like care for myself and take care of myself. And with that, I just like really started like taking care of my hair and my skin, and it been glowing, and like it's been doing well. So yes, okay. And I will share some of my makeup routines, I mean my daily makeup routine, whatever, because a few people like generally will ask me about my makeup. So yeah, hopefully I can share some tips that I picked up from YouTube with everybody with this platform. So yeah, okay, bye.